Hello Libra, I am Ulrich, I'm a Vermont card reader, but today we will do your financial philosophical card reading for the month of May. These cards are more like a kind of advisors if you are in a difficult financial situation. Sometimes also it tells you or it advises you to make more savings or spend your money in a different way. So anyway, we will see here, Libra, what the cards have in stock here for you for the month of May. So Libra, here I go for your financial philosophical card reading for the month of May. Hello Libra, and welcome to your financial card reading for the month of May. As your first card here, we see the card of gifts. We know that Libra is a generous sign. They like to give gifts to people. They are mostly also kind-hearted people. And here with this card here, this is also the card of creativity. But mostly during holidays, we intend to give in excess. Maybe you like to give, for instance, during any holiday. But this card is actually also the card of creativity and originality. And maybe sometimes we are not so creative with what we are doing, and this card it asks you to be more creative if you make certain gifts. If you do so, it will less be stressing on your wallet. Of course, it will require more timing and planning, but of course it will worth your efforts. Sometimes we go to malls and we buy small baskets of gifts, but here we are urged to come up with ideas ourselves, create something ourselves. As you see here in the card, we put something in jars. It could be anything, chili, homemade cookies. These presents are very trendy, and if they are well presented with fabrics and ribbons, they will be really appreciated and respected by all the people. And also they will be double respected because you give them an additional gift, and that is your time. Because of course it will take some of your time, and that's why people will respect this in a double way here. Of course, it will require some of your planning. But there are also other things that we can, for instance, put in jars, like creams, soaps, anything here that we put in here. Of course, some people are not able to do this, or have very limited skills in that. But if you still want to save money, because it's also the card of saving money, we could make by each present piece by piece. For instance, if we are in holiday period, we can make a list here from all people, and we attach a certain budget. I know it's a little bit cruel, but that's also how we stay in budget. Here, by arranging and calculating your expenses before you go to the store, and you will see, and you make your addition before you are actually at the cashier, you will not be surprised when you come at the cashier, because you already will know exactly where you are and you are still in budget. Of course, if you are the creative type, what you can also do for saving additional money, you can go in a kind of production here. We can buy more, we could buy in bulk, and this will save you additionally. Anyway, here this card is about boosting your creativity and saving money. The next card that we see here is the card of evolution. What does this card tell us? Well, it tells us that we have progress over time. The times are changing. One decade is not the same as another, and it don't even need to be a decade. If we remember 3 years ago, all the freedoms that we have, and we compare now where we are now, all these restrictions that are put up on us from governments who are over dictatorious towards us. But of course, there are also other changes, expenses that we make over the years. Here also we see that for instance, like 20 years ago, we would find it found it quite unusual, the amounts that we pay for certain services that we have, for instance, like for the internet here. But these are common expenses now, and certain things that you use anymore are no longer used, and you still need to pay. For instance, if you have a landline, you don't use the landline anymore. What is the purpose of the landline? If it's there and you just pay the company and you don't use it, So why keeping it? If you, for instance, watch always broadcasts on YouTube and you no longer use your subscriptions on your broadcast channels, why you need to pay for your cable or for your channels? This is what we see here. Also, if you have a newspaper or subscription, some of those things are available online. So you will pay less if you take the online version. Sometimes it saves you up to 40–50% here if you take the online version. So try to stop these expenses. Also banking, you could go for internet banking, which will save you also a lot of money. So review your payments here because it means you can save some money. Also insurances and like that, let them review on regular basis and ask yourself questions what you can adjust to the current times. The last card that we here have is the card of resilience. We all need to be resilient now. It's difficult economical times. First we had all the viruses around us, and now we have the influences of Russia on certain areas of the world, and everything becomes more expensive, and we need to accept this current situation. Here we see here that that maybe you have a difficult time and you need to be resilient, or it's not so easy anymore as before, and we need to adjust our spendings here. We cannot stay passive with this card. We need to adjust on the time. We need to reflect over our situations. Maybe there are certain pros and cons, but a lot of people experience contradictions now. Anyway, there's a life lesson in that we learned, and we need to make the best of it. Also here for your sign, we need to be careful if we spend money here. We need to find certain solutions. We need to be persistent. This is what we are seeing here. If there are certain spendthrifts that you have, also this card asks you to adjust your behavior. We need to become aware of certain flaws and weaknesses that we have and turn them into our advantages. So don't focus on bad luck here. It's not bad luck here. This is just a temporary obstacle that we will be having for the futurist time, and we must overcome this here, and we must bounce back. If you are resilient, when this financial storm is totally calmed in a while, you will recognize the importance of lesson, which does not mean that it's an easy time. Anyway, Libra, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. If you have interest in more philosophical card readings, we do also the philosophical card readings, and of course we have the classic Lenormand card readings. If you like the way I read the cards for you, you should also consider subscribing. And if you subscribe, thank you for doing so. So Libra, see you next time. Bye bye for now.